Welcome back to Isaiah 32 Gaming. Today, I'm going to tell you guys about how I almost died. It was a nice sunny day, and the previous day it had snowed, and some of the snow had melted, and during the night it had gotten really cold and had frozen an icy layer over top of the snow. Anyways, the next day, I went to my friend's house, and we had this idea to shoot balloons with slingshots, but because of the temperature, the balloons, the air and the balloons would deflate. Not sure what the science is behind that, but it wasn't the rocks being shot out of the slingshot wasn't enough pressure to pop all of the balloons. So one of the balloons got hit down the hill, and it was like their house is on top of a mountain. Like it's surrounded on all three sides. It's surrounded by just steep hills, like not a regular hill, like a really steep hill. And being the adventurous and dumb kid I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just go down and grab it. Like what could happen? Like I'm driven by adventure. That's what I live for. So I just start walking down, and a few feet down, I slip. My feet come out from under me, and I just start sliding down that hill. And I believe it's 3 trees that I tried to grab onto, and I couldn't like grab them. They're too big to get my arms around enough. And eventually, about 50 feet down, I grab onto a smaller tree, and luckily those other trees had helped slow me down, so I wasn't going ridiculously fast. It hurt a little bit when I hit the tree, but it wasn't that bad. And I was just in shock. Like if I had kept going, there's a creek down at the bottom of the hill, and I was only halfway down. So if I had like gone all the way down, there's boulders in the creek that I could have hit, and it possibly could have killed me, or I could have been permanently paralyzed or something. Anyways, I was just in shock that this had even happened to me, and I was just thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I didn't die. And my friend's mom came out because my friend had gone to get her, and she decided to come try to get me, and she ended up coming down a little. She got a little farther than I had, and she ended up slipping and sliding down a little ways, probably 10 or 15, maybe 15 or 20 feet down. And she caught herself on a larger tree, but she hit her back pretty hard, and she messed up her back. And then she told my friend to get her phone and call her dad to come up and help them, or help us, because they lived very, very close by. So he came over with a pickaxe and started hacking away at the ice to come down to get me. But I was a good 50 feet down, so he ended up calling 911, and there were 2 guys and 1 lady, and the 2 guys were talking about calling in a helicopter to come airlift me out, which was pretty outrageous. Like, I didn't need to be airlifted out of there. I mean, it was a bad-ish situation, but I wasn't injured to the point where I couldn't move or anything. Like, I didn't have any broken bones. From what I could tell, I felt fine. My face hurt a tiny bit, but it wasn't that bad at all. So they're up there just talking about having a helicopter come, and meanwhile, the lady just stomps down there with her big, heavy boots, and it's enough to break through the ice. And she just carries me back up to the ambulance. And the guys were just like, wow, okay, and a little embarrassed. And then she puts me in the ambulance, and they put a neck brace on, which to this day is what I remember as the worst part of this whole experience. Wearing a neck brace, it was not fun. It was so uncomfortable, and it was worse than even sliding down the mountain. Like, it was so bad. Like, I didn't get hurt sliding down the mountain, or from what I could tell, it didn't hurt. Anyways, when I got to the hospital, I got a whole bunch of x-rays and scans to make sure I was fine, and I had scraped up my face really bad because the ice was like sandpaper. Like, it was really grainy and hard, and it had messed up my face. And if I can find any images, I will post it on the screen right now. But I don't know if I have any images. So I got home, and my parents were a little freaked out, but they had been at the hospital, and everything ended up being fine. But yeah, that's how I almost died. Anyways, if you guys like this kind of video, please comment if you want to see more. Also, like this video and subscribe. I am super close to 100 subscribers, and that would be really awesome if you guys could get me there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.